Hello, stars. Tiju22 here, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I have some good news. And I'm just going to get straight to the point. And the good news is my home internet has finally been fixed. And it took a long, long time to get it done. Uh, Part of it had to do with, well, actually, a large part of it was because, and I only know this now, long after the fact, is my the cables that connect to my house to the what is it, the phone, the pole on the, like the wires on the pole, like for your telephone wires. That's it. The telephone wire was at least 20 some odd years old, and of course, naturally, with something that old, it was going to give away at some point, and that's what the main cause of it was. Um, that plus the fact that our original internet provider was being very lazy, and then we went to a new one, and finally they came in today, and the new one, of course, and they finally installed it, and they finally fixed the problem. And I just want to say thank goodness they did, because I did not know how long this was going to last. Not that I really, really need it, but it's like, how am I supposed to make videos and, upload them and, do all sorts of things, including going on, playing with my Wii U online, and that sort of stuff. Uh, but but the important thing is that it's finally been taken care of, and that's the good news. And I'm just relieved that it's finally been taken care of. And well, I can't really do much for lost time except just make up for it, I guess. But uh, what are you gonna do? But I also want to let you guys know that although I have my internet back, I still have to go to my aunt's house, especially starting this Friday, because I mentioned before how I paid the bug spray people, and it was at the suggestion of the not the home, like the home appraiser, I guess you can say, or I forget the name of it. I'm very terrible with it, but the bug spray company is Oric. That's the name of the company that's going to spray at my house, and that they're going to take care of the bug problems I'm having at my house. So I have to pack up all my stuff uh, by the start of Friday, and I got a lot of work to do for tomorrow and stuff like that. But and but I'm thankful that I have my brother-in-law and his family to help me out with this one, and I do appreciate their help. By the way, I did ask for it, but I was not expecting them to, actually help me, because I know that they have busy lives themselves, but they were kind enough to help me out. So I do appreciate it, and uh, I do intend to what is it, pay them in the sense of you know they can come to my house, and then they could, just have a good time, that sort of thing. And I'll have to answer that phone a little bit later, but yeah, that as well as my parents. My parents are also coming over to help out a little bit, but also to go with me at my aunt's house. So so that and in fact they wanted to help me out with this, and I do appreciate any help that I get from my parents, and I do, and I love them very much. And so while we're there at my aunt's house, we're going to be there for 3 days, from Friday all the way up to Monday, or so I thought. And here's what happened. My aunt, much like last time, she has yet another business trip, impromptu, by the way, but another business trip nonetheless. So after Monday, after we take the stuff back to the house, because by that point, the bug spray people will have completed their job, and that the house will be bug free, and that we just have to take stuff over to my aunt's house that can easily be contaminated, and put them in bags and stuff like that, so that by Monday we can unpack and put more or less everything back. Um, but I have to go back to my aunt's house, and take care of the house like I did once before. But the good news is, my aunt was much like she did before, was kind enough to allow me to is kind enough, I should say, to allow me to bring in my stuff like my computer, my recording software, and or the hardware like the the, the, the the Dazzle, and then my Wii and Wii U, as well as a good chunk of the games. Not all of them, just a couple. But aside from that, like more or less everything else is normal. So I got my internet back, which I'm happy about, and at least I'll have internet at my aunt's house. I mean, it'll be a little bit different, yes, but at least I'll be back in business by the time. Not this Friday, but the Friday after. But the Friday after, I'll be coming back home, and then and then it should be back to normal, thankfully. But yeah, this has been a very, very unique situation I have myself in. I mean, I did not ask for it, but I mean, I knew I would have to take care of like the bugs, and have the bug spray people. Like I knew that already, but the fact that I had to go without internet, just I don't want to say it was terrible, because it's never fun not to have any internet, especially if it would be especially worse if it was during the college semester. I will admit that, but um, of course, I am also another thing I should also mention is how exactly am I paying for this? Well, I forgot to mention that I am a freelance worker, so any jobs I get, like they can call me up, and that I could fill in for somebody who gets sick, or substitute for someone for a very short time. And I do make money, so I had to put some money away into the bug spray people, and having them spray my house during this coming weekend. And my parents were very kind enough to pitch in a little bit. Thank you very much to my mom and dad, also known as Mr. Taju and Mrs. Taju. I'm Taju 22, but I just want to say thank you to them. And another couple of people I do want to thank a little bit, now that I finally got that off of my chest, is I also want to thank a couple of people that have spoken on behalf, or not on behalf, but rather to me. And that is, I do want to thank people off the top of my head is Kill Punch of Doom. I want to thank him for just supporting me during this time. And I know it's been rough, especially for Insomania Game, which is one of the is one of the group channel contingencies I'm with. And and while it has been an honor to be a part of it, yeah, this whole ordeal has really set me back on that. But I just hope that you know I can get settled in, and then I can start making videos again. But until then, just give me a few more days, and it should be all right. But for Kill Punch of Doom, I just want to say thank you to him. I also want to thank Conus Board, very good guy. In fact, as far as Kill Punch of Doom, recently he started doing some streams on Twitch. I don't know when he does these streams. In fact, I think it's better you go to his Twitter at it's at truewho82 or yeah, truewho82 I should say. Excuse me. It's at truewho82, which is Kill Punch's Twitter handle. Very good. And then you'll know when he does these what is it, these streams, I should say. Excuse me, I'm starting to get a little bit scatterbrained, but oh well. Also, Conus Board, very good guy, very good Let's Player. Has a different sense of humor, but that's what I like about him, is that he's different. Do check him out. Very nice guy. Also does a great job on Insomania Game. In fact, he's pretty much held the fort for the most part. So I want to say thank you to him. And let's see who else. Uh, oh yeah, one of my good friends, Mogul Master 102. Very nice guy. Also want to say thank you to him for his kind words, especially in a private conversation that I had with him. And this was like when I was at a Starbucks. You know, it was just between him and myself. And I just want to say thank you to Moogle Master for his kind words. And I also want to thank, Fefnir Masamune. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot to mention Moogle Master, very good Let's Player. He already has a number of Let's Plays completed. But of the Let's Plays that he's done in the past and is still doing, his favorite is JRPGs. Do check them out. Very good, including his rendition of Tales of Xillia. Very nice. I'm still enjoying it, but of course, with my internet gone, I've kind of. I'll get back to that in a moment. And then there's who else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, Fefnir Masamune. Very good guy. In fact, as I mentioned before on several occasions, that his voice alone is worth watching his channel for, because he's got an epic voice, as well as the fact that he's doing a good game. One game he's doing right now is Final Fantasy III for the Nintendo DS. So if you like that game, go check it out. Very good Let's Play from what I've seen so far, and I got a lot of videos to catch up on my Watch Later playlist, so if I haven't gotten to yours, don't worry, I'm going to get to it, don't worry. And then, let's see, what else? That's pretty much about it, except for one person, and that is one of my new good friends. His name is Lario Plays, and I know that he also has problems himself with internet, and I hope he gets his taken care of. I'm thankful that I got mine taken care of too, but I just want to wish him the best in getting it back, because I realize, man, because just like myself, it's annoying to have to go to Starbucks or to go to someone else's house just so you can have internet or something like that. I wish him nothing but the best in getting it back, and that's pretty much where I'm going to leave it at. And let's see, what else? I do want to thank, or rather to one last thing, and then I'll stop. But one person I wanted to give a little shout out to is one who is not on YouTube. He is on Twitch, twitch.tv, and his Twitch handle is Baffling Pinecone. And I mentioned Hulk or Volk Hillian, I think it's pronounced, if I'm not mistaken. I mean Baffling Pinecone, or I'll just call him Baffles since that's his name in short. But Baffle was a really good guy to me. In fact, I went to one of his streams, and I noticed that he wanted to smash with some of the viewers, like whoever visits his stream and that sort of thing. And I was like, all right, I'll play some. And very nice guy, very good guy. In fact, if you ever get the chance to go on Twitch, like if you have any extra time, or if you don't have anything better to do, I believe it's at late nights, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But very nice guy. Had a fun time with him, and the people that also were on the stream. Yeah. I really do have a lot of fun when I play with others online and stuff like that. But I mean, I also realize that I get busy with stuff too, and this is no exception as far as me having to, what is it? Prepare to go to my aunt's house, especially to take all my stuff so that it doesn't get contaminated by the bug spray. and then having to bring it back and then go back to my aunt's house and take care of the house. And my aunt was really, not only was she kind enough to allow me to make myself at home, just so long as I pick up after myself, of course, and also to take care of the dog. But she took care of me financially. So even though I was not physically working, the jobs that I usually do when I get the call to do them as being a freelance worker and everything like that. She took care of me, did my aunt. So I want to say thank you to her and for opening her house. And in fact, she opened her house this past Christmas, and we had crab that night. We had a crab dinner. It was wonderful. I had a great time then, and I always have a good time at my aunt's house. But there's an old saying: "There's no place like home." So this Friday, or not this Friday, but the Friday after next, or the next Friday, I should say. Excuse me. Friday evening or Friday afternoon, somewhere around there. That's when I get to come back home and take care of all that stuff. And I just want to also say thank you to the 2 viewers that are watching this. Have a nice to have you on the show. But I'm almost done with this one, though. I do want to say it's been a tough road. I mean, I've had to. It's kind of like going on cold turkey or something like that. It's kind of a bad way to explain it that way, but of the days that I was without internet, like especially when I'm at I can't even speak. Um, when I had to go without internet here at my house, uh, I had to do other things like watch TV or pick up around my house or just take care of errands. I mean, I always do that anyway, but one thing I found myself doing a lot was reading a lot of books. I read a number of books during that time, so yeah, reading is good for you. But it is good to have this back, and I mean the internet, of course, at my house. But yeah, it's going to be crazy the next couple of days, but probably by Monday afternoon, this Monday afternoon, it should be as if I'm back in business, and I hope that remains to be the case when I get back home once and for all. But other than that, I hope you guys are having a good time, and I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are having fun with your summer vacation. I mean, mine has just been crazy for probably all the wrong reasons, but what are you going to do? I mean, heck, last year was crazy in and of itself, especially with the whole robbery of my house, but uh, I don't know if it can get any crazier than that. But one thing I will say, thank you for staying with me, and I thank you for your patience. And I also intend to catch up on everybody else's videos, like especially the ones I'm watching. I could go through a list of it, but I think that would take a bit too long. So until then, I hope to see you guys around, especially if I'm watching your videos, and I hope to, talk to some of you, especially if you are one of my closest friends. But for everybody else, I just want to say thank you for watching, and just stay tuned. Videos will be coming on the way. But until then, this is Taju22 signing off. Have a good day, everybody.